They do lots more fabrics besides quilting cottons, so tune in to the Fabric Freedom shows here on Hochanda.
Dreaming of a crafty world, Dorothy and Wasabi slumber. Hochanda's 5th birthday will be a time of wonder. Zuri, LeBlanche and All Create. Wow and Rowandean is going to be great. Sentimentally Yours, Clarity and John Next Door, Pink Frog and Daisy Chain. Who could ask for more? We'll credit your account with £5 to spend. 7 days of celebrations. The fun will never end. 1-day specials with all of your favourite guests, all at a socially respectful distance from the Wicked Witch of the Hayley West. From fabric to paper, to glitter and pencils, pens and stamps, inks and stencils. Join us in August. Nowhere will be grander. Happy 5th birthday. There's no place like Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan. I've been working with Heartfelt Creations for about 9 years now. Heartfelt Creations as a company launched the company back in 1994. They have been in the industry for a very, very long time. They are crafters, so they know what you crafters want, and they listen to us crafters too. Their products range from stamps that coordinate with dies, that then coordinate with a paper pad. But then we also have storage folders, we have decorative dies, we have colouring daubers, we have Insta albums. One of the products that really make Heartfelt unique are their flower shaping moulds, where you can make easy, quick, 3-dimensional flowers, which are absolutely stunning. So I hope you can join Heartfelt Creations here on Hochanda.
Hi, my name is Catherine Sturrock and I work in collaboration with FMM. FMM creates some wonderful cake decorating cutters. We've brought them to Hochanda and used them with air dry clay to create some beautiful flowers, leaves and other florals. We use them then to decorate various products such as laser cut designs, mixed media, card making and many other items. So join me on Hochanda and let me guide you through the process of putting together various flowers such as roses, peonies and lots more besides.
Good morning. How are you doing? It's bright and early. Probably is it too hot where you are? It's certainly very hot outside here, but in the studio it's nice and cool. And talking about cool, we have got a very cool lady here. We have got Lou with us. Hello.
Hi guys.
How are you doing?
I'm really, well, you can tell bubbling all over. Yeah, golden.
Yes. We both are massive fans of Golden. Of course, Lou is an incredible artist, and personally, I think that the mediums from Golden are up there among the very, very best that the money can buy. And I'm talking artist quality as well. Now, we have got lots of mediums, and we have got, of course, Lou's expertise and telling exactly what to use them for. Now, I am a very much fan of trying different things and when you have got a kind of a set like this is phenomenal. You are getting 6 of the acrylic gel and molding mediums for just £23.95. Now look, we are getting here soft gel gloss. You are getting even pumice gel medium, sort of to speak.
You've got a medium, and then in the medium you've got different types of textures, and you've got a coarse texture and you've got a bead texture. I think you've got moulding textures, and I'll show you in a bit all the different finishes. But if you're like me, these are so portable. You've got a try me price. I think they're only about £4 each, aren't they, or something like that. And that is like, wow. Yeah. But you'll get hooked. You'll get hooked.
Yeah, it is. Well, it works out at £4 basically each, because you're getting 6 for £23.95.
That's amazing.
So let's talk about exactly which ones you're getting. So you're getting the soft gel gloss. What do we use that one for?
This can be used for mixing with all your paints and your mediums. It can be mixed in. You can put it in your moulds. You can put it on finishes, and you get a soft finish. It's rounded, and you get a gloss or a matte finish. So if I show you the two different sort of kinds, you'll get a finish that looks like that. I did sort them all out, but then I tidied them. So that's the soft gloss.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the matte has like a milky look. There we go. There's the matte.
Okay, so that's soft gloss.
Yeah.
And then that is the matte in there.
Yeah.
So can we use that one to hold things together as well?
Absolutely. You can use it as a glue. You can use it in your stencils. You can put all your mixed media in with it. A lot of people use it as a glue because it sticks really strong. It sticks like big embellishments on things. So you'll see a lot of artists using it as a glue, but then you can just mould it and it stays that shape.
Yeah. So we have got, in this one, you are getting the gloss one, which is that one. Then you are getting the semi-gloss, which is that one, so you can see there. And then you are getting my all-time favorite gel medium, which is extra heavy gel matte. That's the one that I use. We are kind of looking through the samples. This
you can just use. I mean, that's just used it with my finger, but you can use it. It stays really, really
This
high.
one is the gloss one, but imagine that one. It's in a matte finish, but it has got more body. It kind of has more peaks. Now I use it all the time to secure it with, like. It's my go-to adhesive when I want dimension, when I want longevity as well. Then we have got a light molding paste. So that's for texture. Is that it? Yeah, there it is, a texture as well. And then we have got the coarse pumice gel, which is, look at that. Look at that. Now, think about it, doing that the first layer and then cover it in whatever color you want. That is incredible.
Well, the pictures behind you have got all those 6 on it, and I've used them with the paint, so everything on the show is in this picture.
Look at that.
And they're all mingled with some gold leaf from indigo blue, so just to show you that the texture and the colour of the pastes and the mediums, really, you can work on top. But this, I was looking at a rock pool, and seaside, so all those go together. They work brilliantly together, but they're great for your card making as well.
Absolutely,
not just that.
And finally, you are getting the clear tar gel. What is this?
This is great because this has a continuous, like, fine strand, and you can mix it with your colours, so you can actually write with this, and you can get drips, and it just goes forever. It's brilliant. It's great fun, but the qualities are brilliant because they're in the background of that, and they look like water.
Oh yeah, of course.
Slash water, yeah.
Right, remember that you can use them with other pigments, other paints that you have got. Is textured, and it's a try-me price at £23.95. You're getting 6 of them, of course, and of course it works out at £4 each. 767 379 is your item number. Then we are getting a duo fiber paste. Now, what do we use it for?
This is stunning. This would be brilliant in the Prima moulds that come in next, because you can put this in your moulds. It's not that much shrinkage, and it's got like a paper fibre, so it actually feels like paper when it's dried.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see it there, it's really visible, and it dries really quick. Now I know, I was speaking to Anthony before about shrinkage, you don't get a lot of that with this.
It's like cream.
This is like a paper pulp, but if you put it on top of your paper, it becomes like a watercolour paper.
Yeah.
So you can make a finish with it, but you can skim it on top. And what happens is when you put a skim of it on your paper, some react like watercolour paper and then some doesn't. So you get this wonderful sort of combination of textures. I'll do some experiments later to show you, but yeah, it's superb.
That's your fibre paste. You're getting 235 36 ml fibre paste pots, £22.98. 598554 is your item number. It really works. It's just really nice texture. It's really like whipped cream.
Yeah.
Then we have got Sennelier. We have got the dry pigments. Now, we have got the iridescent. You're getting 100 grams. Now, immediately I recognize the name as a brand for fine artists.
Fine artists. I mean, these are renowned for artists. A lot of crafters now are getting into that, but these pigments are just out there on their own, because a lot of the, you know, the murals, sculptures, everything, they use these as a finish, and it is one of the highest quality pigments that you can use. Yeah. You can mix it with all these mediums and get a pearl medium with it, and a translucent like haze or veil. Yeah. It looks stunning.
I would say that if you are somebody who likes a more of a silver tone, I'd rather go for an iridescent like that rather than a silver, because silver can be very dark and greyish, but that kind of brings a luminosity into it. And of course, what you were mentioning, it can mix with any colour.
Absolutely.
And
paint.
Yeah, and it can become a pearlescent paint.
Yeah.
933842 is your item number. £15.50 with a saving of £3. And then we have got the copper. Now, it's also 100 grams, but it is a smaller pot, but that's because of the weight of the pigment,
it's like a pound of feathers and a pound of stones. Yeah. It's still a pound, but quantity-wise. But this is absolutely, you need it on the fingertip, and a fingertip will probably do a quarter of one of the canvases I've done.
Well, I mean, again, pigments is the sort of thing that, like, my father, an fine artist, has got paints and pigments right earlier for over 40-50 years, and that's you invested 1 year and they last a lifetime.
Oh yeah, and the only down problem is once you've tried these, you don't want to try others. And I'm not joking, because you know sometimes we'll blame sort of results on ourselves, but it's not. Sometimes it's quality of your products. These absolutely stunning. Absolutely. I've used that on these as well, and you can see it doesn't look, if people don't want gaudy or anything, it doesn't go gaudy, but it's just a beautiful warm.
It's beautiful, and the richness, and it feels it. £23.50 for 100 grams of copper. 464214 is your item number. And then we have got molding paste for you, of course, by Golden. If you have never tried Golden products, please, it is try them, because they are amazing. More heavy, extra heavy molding paste. What do we use it for? Right,
well, this is if you've got heavy duty sort of moulds that you want to put in a sort of what we call like a traffic way. So piece of furniture that's going to get a lot of hardware, you can use it on that. But it also allows you to get a high surface that you can then sand. So you can sand this down, but it retains its height as well. Yeah. So it's one of those that you've got to try it to explain what it's like. But
fabulous. £16.50 is the price. Shall we go to the fabric, the GAC?
GAC, Golden Artist Colours.
Yeah. So what does it do? It stiffens natural fibres and fabrics?
I think we all know there's like a couple of products out there on the market that deal with natural fibres, and you mix this with your fibres. You only need a tiny bit. You can mix it with pigments as well, and this becomes like a textural thing. You can make sculpture with it. You can make all these different elements with it. Stick it on your canvases as well. So this is beautiful. Okay. But you can make bowls out of fabric, and then they become water resistant but not waterproof.
Okay. £10.99. So basically, if it splashes with water, it's fine, but you cannot fill it with water.
Yeah.
No. Right, the next one we have got crackle paste.
Love it. And it's quite easy. The thinner it is, the smaller the crack. Simple as that.
And the thicker the coat, the bigger the crack.
That's the one, yeah.
Right, that's the crackle paste. £11.99. I also have got that one, and I love it. Then high solid gel gloss. We have got it. And of course, these are the bigger pots. You are getting 237 ml or 8 fluid ounces in there. £12.40 is your price. Then we have got the high solid gel mat. If you are thinking of using it as a glue I would go for the matte, would you?
Yeah, or if you're gluing always, because then the paint will adhere to it and it looks flatter. But if you're not worried, the gloss is okay, but
Yeah.
gluing definitely.
So I guess going for, if you, like, I would recommend, if you are going to, you want to try just one gel medium from Golden today, I would definitely go put that in my basket. £12.40 with a saving of £4. And then we have got the open acrylic, the gel. We have got two options. You either choose the matte or the gloss. What it is, an open acrylic gel?
Well, open means in the time or length of time that you've got to use it. So it extends the length of time. Acrylic dries it's notorious for drying quite quick. So you can't do a lot of things with it. So open has been developed so that you can use it like an oil paint. So you can extend all your paints, but it's great with the gel plate. Oh, I can't wait to show you later. It's amazing with that because it stays tacky enough for you to take a print.
Oh, I see. So basically, it makes it stay, open for longer.
Yeah.
£15.50 is the price for either the matte or the gloss. 773-978. Right, and we're going to quickly mention that we have got a high flow set. We have got the opaque and the transparent. Let's have a look first at the transparent. You are getting acrylic paints with that high flow and draw. It's a transparent, so you can see the colors coming through much easily there. £52.95 is the price. You're saving £7, and it has got a fine nozzle there. You are getting in total 10 beautiful colors. Right, you have got also a flexi-buy option to spread the cost into two payments of £26.48. 608523 is your item number, and then we have got the opaque. Now, if you are thinking of investing in mediums, I would go for the opaque because then you can make them a little bit more, more translucent if you want to, for a better word. £52.95 is the price for all 10 of them, and 219902 is your item number, and you have got a flexi-buy option as well. And then one of my favorite kits from Golden, here we have got the color mixing theory, and now of course you get in the box set, which is a perfect present as well. Think about if you want somebody, that somebody has got an artist kind of budding artist, and you want to give them proper artist quality paints, this is definitely a one to go. You are getting all the paints and also the color mixing theory palette here and here. So it kind of tells you exactly all the things that you can do and how to mix color and how to create this perfect color blends. £62.95 is the price, saving £13, 322-637. Because we have mentioned a lot of things here in the Golden Hour. Now, let's head back to the website to have a refresh of some of those items. So we have got that GAC 900, which is also quite cool. It's a similar one to the fabric one, but you can see it's a heat set fabric painting medium. So you can use it mixing with your paints, and then you can iron on the back, and then of course it will become permanent. Crackle paste, as we were mentioning, we have got also. For me, if you are if you're new to Golden, go for the set of 6 acrylic gel and molding mediums. Is fabulous. If you there's molding paste, there is also a pick and mix of heavy body acrylic pastel colors, and then there is glazing liquids. There is everything. I mean, there's so much in there. And remember, this is a Golden Hour, and everything in it is artist quality, including the mixed media journals, the concertina ones, the 4x6. But of course, we'll want to see a little demonstration. So. Take it away.
Well, I thought what I'd do is I'll just show you how I create like a mixed media background, because people get a little bit confused about how to use them, and it's so easy. A little tip is when you're using them, what we need is you need tools that are going to help you work. So the first thing you need is a palette knife. Now, I've found that this works better for me. Now, some palette knives are flat, like an eating knife. If you've got that little handle on it there, it means your hand's away from the surface, so you can hold it, because if it's on the same, you sort of tend to get it all over your knuckles. So that's the first thing. Try and get one that's like that. I'll try and bring them. But use a knife if you want. You don't have to, it's just easier. And then I've got some these are the little boards that I like to use, and they're actually on the Clarity show later.
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah,
great.
Absolutely stunning for this, because you can make all your little you don't need to prime them, but I have put one. I just wanted to show you the fibre. You could probably see this. The fibre finishes on this one, and the other one's unprimed. So let me try and get it. Let's see if I can do it. Can you see it's got a texture to it?
Yeah.
It's like a paper texture.
Oh, it looks like a paper, yeah.
Yeah, and the other one's got like a fine one. That's not been done. That's not been done, so that one's got the paper on it. A fine, fine skim, and I mean a tiny bit on it, but you get a wonderful, almost like a watercolour effect. Yeah. So what you can do is you can just get your surfaces. I'll go for this one. I've got some dry to show you, and you can choose whatever you want, stencils, but bear in mind the size of what you're working on.
Yeah, okay.
You can use a bigger one if you want. You can use anything, but I just like to mix and match, and this one is a great one because it's got like smaller apertures that you can work through. So I like to work through this. So what I'm going to do is, it's so easy to use. We'll use a bit of everything. I'm using a bit of the moulding paste and everything we've got in there all together. Oh, it's a new one. Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
Now the texture of it, it's like putty, but it holds. I mean, I could do that, and it's not got a problem over
like
it. It's like toothpaste.
Meringue. It's like Swiss meringue. Is
Yeah.
that Swiss meringue or Italian meringue, the ones that is
It doesn't move. So you've got a chance of putting this. If you wanted to put it on vertical surfaces, you can. Yeah. So all you do, don't take too much like that, is just, I always keep that on, only because I can then close it, and then, because I'm terrible at cleaning up, and the rim of it always gets a little bit on. So if you leave that in, it tends to keep it in.
Yeah, I always take them off. They drive me insane, those things.
Oh yeah, I sit there and pick them. And then the easiest way I do is, if you keep going like this, you're going to end up with a, what we call it, like it pushes it under it. So don't try and fill it all, just let it come off.
Oh.
Now that will stay like that, but always have...
With the stiff picks.
Yep, it won't move, it won't move. Use very little, but don't forget, take it right off, then whatever's left, do your reverse, and you get a 2 for 1. Then the easiest way of doing it is just put in, you need a piece of plastic or card, sorry, and I've got this cloth that I do it, and then it goes onto the cloth. Just press it down. It will squidge a bit, but if you use a cloth, it tends to make it a bit better. And then you've got the register that way. And then you can do a couple of these, and then just wipe it off. Do wipe it off, because it's hard moulding paste. So, you know, they don't give them these names for no reason. You get hard to get off if you don't. So just put that one back. So I'm going to use a soft gel now, so that you can see, whereas the peaks on this stay upright and upwards. When we use a moulding gel, a soft one, gel, here we go, high gloss. When we use this one, can you see what I mean? Like, if you don't leave the silver on, you see it goes everywhere, and that's me. Yeah. So my advice is just use it. You don't have to.
Yeah, but
it is easier. Always clean your brush with, actually I found out it's easier to clean your brush on paper or paper towel, because that's more absorbed, that's better into the land, well, they're going to go in landfills, but it's better than putting it in your water, because then it goes into the water system.
So you're using the high solid
gel. All the gels work very similar. It's just that some have got some body, so they stay higher. Some sort of soften. Now I'm going to show you that this one is solid high gloss. Now if I use one of the others, a soft moulding gel, that retains its texture just not as well as this. Right, that one will dry with a white, and this one will dry clear with a glossy finish.
Right.
And then I'll just show you now. I'm just building texture. I've done it both sides there. So you just mix and match all that you've got. Doesn't matter if sometimes these secondary ones work better because you've not planned them. You see, you've got all that
texture, isn't it?
So that's how you put them on. You need to leave them dry, and I must admit, it's not long in this weather. I did mine, put on Facebook, so you get it everywhere, look. On Facebook, I left them outside.
Yeah. Well, if you take them to the office, in production office, I think in 3 minutes they will be,
yes,
blood.
absolutely. I walked in there and it was like someone had put the heating on. I was like, whoa, it was awful.
It's like, it's not what you think that at 6 a.m. you know, you're going to walk into an office and it's going to be literally like, this is hot. I mean, we were like, all of us, like our sauna as well. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
But that's why you should keep, that's the, yeah.
Right, this is great.
Oh, the clear tar gel. That one is included in the tester, isn't it? The trimmer set.
Right, there's only one, and it dries in between, and so I don't know why, but on some surfaces it dries a lot shinier than others. Now this is like milk, so don't put this one on your head. But it's a gel, so gel's dry, clear, paste dry, medium.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Right, what you can do is put it in the lid.
That's not milk. That's
and it's see the resinous, it keeps going, look, and you can get tiny little. But if you want to move it,
shampoo. It's
yeah,
like
it is. But I can get tiny little finishes on it. I'll just move it in the middle, and it can just keep going. And keep going. And a lot of the surfaces that have got the textures like of the foam and water is all on those pictures. Now I'm just going to show you something else which is quite clever. I like this. What you do is you get a couple of pots, because you can clear it all up and use it.
As a lever, yeah.
And then what you do,
elevator.
Yeah, and then I always tend to do this and then start it, and then
so you have a finer,
and I get this. It's almost like a stitching.
Yeah, it's like if you were doing some icing.
Absolutely.
Donuts icing.
But you're better off if you can go off it. You don't get the bobbles, but you can put it in. You can write with it. You can draw with it. But I tend to sort of like to use it. Like this, it sort of softens the edges, but it stays, the ridges stay like that, and it's so easy to clean up. Right, so you've got all these finishes. You'll get a different finish from all of them. So in there we've got soft, we've got heavy moulding gel, we've got pastes. So what you need to do is just be patient and let them dry. I've got some finished ones just to show you. See what I mean?
So the clear tar gel, the one that is dripping of like the shampoo, that's included in the set of the details you have got on the screen. So it's the set. So that, I think that would be fabulous to practice with all the different techniques and different that you have got in there.
Well, just to show you, and people know, they should know. But see what I mean? It's easier if you put the silver paper on. Now these were the original Try Me set.
Yes, the original.
These are the original ones, and I love these little pots because I can fill them again. Yeah. But some of these here, so we've got the heavy matte gel, and we've got all the different ones in there, soft gel gloss, and these, I've had these 12 years,
yeah, wow,
something like that, yeah, easy. No, wow. About 11. Yeah, I bought them, Leslie Wharton and all, because I bought them from when she worked from Graphicas, so that's how long ago. And look. And that's not me put a new one in, that's soft gel. So can we see the difference between what we had with the heavy and what we've got with the soft?
Yeah.
It's
okay.
That comes off. So you get a softer rounder. So the edges like here will stay high. These are starting to round off a little bit, but these will round off a lot more. So it's almost like the edges, I'll just do a big dot on it. It's like the edges sort of soften, and it looks more like resin, and it's easier to get a thinner skin with this. So I'll just show you that, leave it, and you get more of a thinner skin. Let me just move it there so you can see. So that's, to me, if people get a little bit scared, this is the easiest one to try because it doesn't have all these wonderful textures in it yet. However, if you wanted to, you can now drop your high flow in there, or you can mix this.
Is that the high flow acrylics?
Yeah, this is the carbon black. Okay. And then I've got some of I've got them all mixed up because I use them, but the transparent ones, if you mix these with the gels, you get a fantastic colour haze.
If you're using, for instance, because I was thinking that I would like the opaques, because the opaques kind of, if you mix it with a gel medium, then it will become more translucent.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you'll have more possible.
Now, the people say to me, well, why can't I just use it with water? Because water is going to break down the binder. Because that isn't full of water when you say high flow. It doesn't mean it's got more water. It's got less water in it, more pigment, but it's got more viscous.
Well, the medium is less solid.
Yes, that's exactly right. So what happens is that will just stay like that. Normally that high flow would spread out, but because I've got two finishes now, I've got a gloss and a matte, but normally the ink would just spread, if you heard me, sorry, the high flow would just spread out, but it's containing it, and it just stays in there, and it creeps out as it dries. It looks fantastic. So you get like edges, and you think, how have you done that? So that's one. I mean, one of the other things you can do, I'll just get any one of them. What's the one on there? We got another gel gloss in there.
We have got soft gel gloss. We have got regular gel semi-gloss and then extra heavy gel matte.
Right, well the semi-gloss is this one, and this one, if you can see, it's got like, we'd call it a satin.
Okay, yeah.
At home, you know, if you was painting at home. Now this, you get sort of, it's more milky.
Yeah.
Just show you to see what you see when the gloss is, you can see. It's more milky, but what you can do with this is just a little bit. I put way too much on there. And then you can mix anything. I could mix my pigments with it, but I'll just mix a bit of, I've got a transparent now. Open it, come on. Oh, that's way too much. Now, the way to do it is, it's best to use a palette knife to mix, because if you use a brush, you push all the product into your brush. So now, you just sort of knead it in. And then, now it looks milky, but when this dries, it will be that colour.
Oh, I see.
That colour pure.
So basically, the medium, because it's semi-gloss, it will not, it won't, how can I say it? It won't dilute the colour.
No, it won't make it milky either. I found out, I was really interested in why it's milky, and I asked Golden, I said, why are these products white? And I found out that it's because when it's wet, it's full of tiny little air bubbles, and the air bubbles make it look like it's white. So as it dries, the little bubbles stop dancing around.
Oh.
And then they become, you can see it's getting pinker now.
Yeah, it is.
Let me move that. So that looks pink now, but by the time I've finished, that'll be red.
Yeah.
So, again, don't waste anything. These go, I mean, I'm doing like little swatches here, and the reason I'm doing that is because these give me ideas of what I can do on big pictures. Now, everything I've done on here, everything is all on the canvases I've used. So you can mix them all together to get different effects, but when you're doing layering, you have to leave each layer to dry. Have you noticed I've not used any water? Because you don't need any water. You can use it. So do you want me to use some pigments on these now and show you what these look like?
Oh, yes. Which one, the copper or the iridescent? Can you do the copper one?
Yeah, of course I can.
Or the iridescent? I don't. Oh, what could you do?
I'll do the high flow.
No, I'm just thinking, using the opaque high flow paints, and then maybe put the iridescent to make it into a pearlescent paint.
Yeah, I've never tried that. Should we try it?
Shall we try it?
Right, so we want an opaque. Now,
well, actually, it would make more sense to be translucent.
Yeah, I would have thought, but we can try it. We can try it. Now, you've got different types. You've got the golden, and this is a fluid medium, and then we've got the high flow. Now, just because it's high flow and it's not watery, it's not watery at all. It's just a different binder in it, and binder plus pigment equal acrylic. Now, just to show you that the line is 3 black lines, and they show you how thick and transparent it is. Sorry, not how thick, how transparent it is. Now, you can see that covers a lot better than that. Yeah. However, the strength of pigment isn't lost. Yeah. So what you can do is use this with, what was we going to do? Put this...
Iridescent.
Oh, I know what we could do. If you could pass, I've got it here, right? So pick the right one out, right? Okay. Because I'll tell you why, there's a texture on them. I think I might give it you.
Why don't you do the clear?
Yeah. Oh, this looks stunning. This looks stunning. Right, there's a way of using this. This is a pumice gel. And what you do with this is just clever. Because I was using it and I was thinking, no, and they're a brilliant website for Golden. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. And some of the educators there are absolutely second to none. Now, I was a bit unsure about the colour being grey. And I thought, oh, but it actually neutralises all the colours you put on it because it's a tone. But what they said to me when I was looking at it is, damp this down first. Now, this is a piece of mount board, nothing special. I've glued it down, but Sorry, I've adhered it to this just by pushing it through with my fingers, but the thing is, it's softer, it's not as heavy, and it's proper pumice. It's pumice stone, it's not, what can I say, it's not like a product they've made, they've actually used pumice stone. So, I'm going to get transparent, yeah?
Yeah.
And this one is a phthalo blue, green shade, and I adore these. So I'll give it a bit more, because it's so warm in here. And I just, it won't harm it, but it's just going to drop, she says.
Oh, I love that. Oh, look at that.
And because it's so concentrated, it'll just seep out. But can you see now how, even with a brush, I'll put it a tiny bit here. You don't need a lot. You really don't need a lot. Right, trick with this is wash your brush, damp it, and then really dry it, because you want to get rid of that. The only reason you do that is to clean your brush. It's easier to clean your brush later. But what you can do is paint it on as well. And then it covers so well. So you can use it as a paint.
Look at that.
But then clean your brush off, and then just, see, this isn't primed at all.
But yeah,
it still allows you to work. So I'll get a fade now. So rather than it just being a concentrated colour, I can get a fade. So let's see what happens if I put a fluid on it. You can put fluid on it. You can put anything on top of this now. We'll go with, because we know what colours we're going to get. Yeah. But always give it up, because you'll hear the ball bearing in the bottom to mix it. I'm just going to put
I like that.
a little bit of yellow. Now it should stay yellow.
Yeah.
But as soon as you touch the blue, it'll make its own green. Again, clean your brush, but take all of it off. So it'll stay. Look at, I mean, it's really strong.
Yeah.
Really, really strong. And then it's just so blendable, and you get some beautiful colours. Beautiful.
I love that, you know, the pumice gel, because that you have got at the base, because that is just kind of makes it. Now, do you need some time to let it dry?
Yeah, you do need to let that dry. You can put stuff on it now. I can actually put stuff on it wet, but I've got one that's got one dry
well,
there.
Let it dry. Well, while it's drying, I'll give you a quick recap of what we have got from Golden here. Now, we have got the starter kit. It's a tri-minute. If you have never gone for a Golden before and you want to try, you know, the mediums that are from a company, they are artist quality up there with years and decades of experience. I have known the Golden for decades because of my family being a fine artist. They use Golden. Here you have got a set of 6 different moldings and mediums. You are getting the soft gel gloss, you are getting the regular semi-gloss medium, then you are getting the extra heavy gel matte. I'm trying to read them because I always get the names confused. Then you are getting the light molding paste, so think about more texture paste. Think about then that you are getting the coarse pumice gel, which is the one that Lou was using as the background, so it kind of has got that sandy texture, absolutely phenomenal. And you can see it here, still wet, so but you can see that how gorgeous that is. I think it's phenomenal. And then you have got finally the clear tar gel, which is the one that kind of gives you the filament sort of effect in there. £23.95 is your price. You are getting 6 of them, so basically you're paying £4 each for artist quality mediums. £23.95 is the price. 767-379 is your item number. Then we have got fiber paste. So fiber paste, of course, perfect to create texture. I think it's like a whipped cream sort of effect. And of course, you can use them with molds as well. £22.98 is the price for the set of 2 of them. So you are getting 470 2 ml. Oh, I got that. 598554 is your item number. It is one of those ones that for texture and and kind of almost also I know some artists that use this instead of gesso over some some MDF and things like that to prime it, so give it a little bit more texture, and then it kind of becomes like paper over MDF. It's really cool. Now if you want some pigments, we have got, and you want the very best of artist quality, we have got the Sennelier beautiful 100 grams of the pigment iridescent. Now you can see in here, it's just such a beautiful color. It has got that pearl effect. It's super fine, and of course it is pure pigment and it's dry, so you can mix it up with any of your acrylic paints, with any of your gel, to give that pearlescent touch. £15.50 is your price, saving £3. Also 100 grams, but of course this is copper, so it has got it's heavier, so you get less volume but you get the same amount of weight. But look at that again, the quality of this is amazing. Look how gorgeous it is. £23.50 is your price, saving £4. 464214 is your item number. Now then we have got a heavy gel molding moldy paste. Now this one, of course, again you can see it here, that is a paste that is heavy. You can add texture to it. It's a little bit wetter than the fiber paste, and it doesn't have as much fibers, but it is such a cool paste. It is opaque, I believe, this one. Yeah, well, semi-opaque. So it will give you, so for instance, if you have got black cards, if you want to put it on top, or black, gesso, that will give you a different texture and a different opacity. So kind of whatever you put it on top, it will shine more. Then we have got the golden GAC 400, which is a fabric stiffener and a fiber stiffener, natural fibers. So this, you can put it onto the fabric, do a little bit of, put a little, and then shape it around maybe a balloon, shape it around a vase, and then you kind of, when it dries, it will harden, and then you will have, it's like a kind of a paper mache, but for fabrics. Then we have got the crackle paste, one of everybody's favorites. I have it. It's a fabulous one. It's a white opaque medium, so that will crack as it dries, but it will, the thicker the coat you put it, the bigger the crack, or conversely, the thinner the layer, the smaller the cracks are going to be. £11.99 for a pot of 236 ml. 579718. And then we have got the high solid gel gloss. Now this is a very thick, and it kind of dries completely clear, and it has got that sort of this is a one, for instance, if you have got the opaque paints and you want to create more of a texture with it, like waves, that would be fabulous. That you can paint with it, you can extend your acrylic paints. You can also incorporate maybe the dry pigments to make your own paste with, of course, that glossiness that it will dry to. 514322 is your item number. £12.40 is the price, saving £4. Then we have got high solid gel matte, which is one of my favorites. Why? Because it dries completely matte. It's very thick. So when you do, I use this. This is one of the ones that I use for my to attach something like, for instance, my embellishments, to mixed media projects. Sometimes when you want some dimension, and I don't tend to use hot glue gun that much because I get burned all the time, but high solid gel matte is kind of the alternative, and it grabs it quite quickly as well, and it doesn't buckle as much the card in there. You have got there £12.40. Let me double check. 376599 is your item number. And then finally we have got a choice of the open acrylic gel. You can go for the matte, or the other option is the gloss, and that of course extends the open time of your paint. So for instance, if you are a jelly plate fanatic and you want to make sure that your acrylic paints stay wet or longer, and they kind of pull print, sorry, kind of, you got my teeth in. £15.50 is the price for them. But remember, it's a choice of the matte or the gloss. 773978. Now, and then we have got the high flow. We have got the option of going for the transparent, or then we'll look later at the opaques. You are getting 10 of them. Now, having the the transparent means, of course, that translucentness is going to make that mixing them is going to look amazing. £52.98 is the price for the one-off payment, but you have got also flexi-buy option. 40% of this has already gone. 608523 is your item number. Then and also, can I mention, can you see it? If I put them here, which one is translucent and which one is opaque? Look at the cap. That's transparent, so that's the transparent, that's the opaque. So the cap tells you, because you know how it is, we mix them, then when we have got them home, that way you kind of reach them and you know exactly whether you have gone for the opaque or the transparent. The opaque, I personally would go for that one because you have got a titanium white, you have got a pure black in there as well. You have got reds, you have got yellows, you have got blues and the greens as well. Now you're getting all 10 of them for £52.95 with a saving of £7. You can split the cost in two flexi buy options, £26.48 to 19902. And last item, one of my all-time favorites because it's the golden color mixing box in here. So you are getting the gorgeous golden, and I love how this is a proper, like this is the paint that I grew up with. Now it is actually paint in here. So you have got, for instance, cadmium red. You can see that. You can see, and it is heavy body paint in here as well. So for instance, I love the idea of going for this box as well as the medium ones, because then you can mix them up and maybe making them even glossier, or you can then mix them and make it with the open one and make it more flowy. But you also are getting, and I think this is phenomenal, the color theory. You have got so much information in here about the colors and how to mix them and how to kind of get the best out of them. Your price, £62.95, means that you can flexi order it as well. 322637 is your item number, and you're saving £13. Now you might want to experiment with these paints onto journals, and we have got some of them. This one is the aquarelle watercolor, and is the concertina mixed media. It's 4x6. It's absolutely gorgeous. It has got that fabric, that teal covers, and then of course you have got the both sides that you can use. £13.99, again by Senelia, which is an amazing fine artist company. Then we have got a couple of more albums. So we have got A4 drawing one, A5 sorry. So we are getting one of the drawing acrylic album and one of the mixed media. Of course the papers inside are going to be slightly different. They're from Global. Your price is £14.99, 318837. And then if you wanted the A4, see, I was jumping ahead. I was just kind of...
These are amazing artist books.
Oh, 290 GSM, as you heard, Lucien is amazing. It's proper artist quality.
Absolutely.
20 sheets in there, and 771281, £10.99 is your price. And then we have got the A4 mixed media as well. If you want to go for a mixed media pad, you are getting 40 sheets, 200 GSM for £10.99. And again, it's artist quality. 812460 is your item number. And let's head back to Lou to see the next step.
Well, what I wanted to show you is, like, perhaps sometimes it's easier to sort of show you what you can do with things rather than just tell you. So I'm not going to do it now, the air comes on, so it'll go all over, but I've got a tiny bit to show you. If you put your semi-gloss or your gloss down and then put your flake in, you can actually get a skin, what we call a skin.
I see.
And I've put the flake in there. These are the flakes from from indigo blue.
Yeah.
And I'm using Lancashire Rose, or whatever you've got there. But you just put a skin down here, and I mean by that, I'll show you.
Yeah.
I'll show you. All you do, and it looks strange because it's not the colour yet, but you just get a little bit out.
So
and
you're
then,
using the high gloss.
yeah. And you can use the soft or any of the gels out of the pack. Yeah. And
The
I'm
high
using
gloss,
that.
the high solid gel gloss. Though.
Now, I'm using a spatula. And the reason I'm using the spatula is I can get a thinner line.
Okay. Yeah.
So you just... And I'm making a sheet of paper.
Yeah.
And then all I do is I'm going to have to rub... But even if you do sort of like have to... What's the word? Scrape it up. I can put it on a board and scrape it out again, and I'll still have a sheet. And then all you do is I wouldn't cover it because you want to see the transparency underneath. Now, this stuff from Indigo Blue is amazing, but here it goes. Here it goes. So, not doing any more. Now, I've got a little tool that you've seen me bring on before. There's a bit there I'm not going to lose. And these tools are great, and you can use these from the Groover, and you can just press it in, like little bits like that. And you've also got the silicone brushes that we bring, and you can just bring it in there. Now, if you... Some of it, you'll lose some of it, because obviously it's sticking up. But if you want to, you can put a board on, but you will lose some, but you'll transfer some more. So just by doing that, you'll get...
So you're using that as to create the skin, but also it could be as a size, so you could do that onto a surface.
Oh yeah, you can do all this, but what you can do with that now is, I'm going to take this off, but you can use it, and then when that's dried, you'll have a skin, and it'll be a gloss skin, and if you want to, you can sort of, even now, if I don't like that, it don't matter, because what I can do is, if I don't want a transparent skin,
you could use the opaque ones.
You can use them, but what I can do is still spread it out, but I'll get a thinner one now because the paste has clumped it together a little bit. But don't be put off by this, because the paste will not interfere with the shine. It will still be really, really textural like mine on there. So you can do it like that. Now that's two ways, a bit messy, but if you have a piece of plastic waste, packaging, anything like that.
I mean, we have got a few minutes left, but could you show us the crackle?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I've done the crackle. The problem is, if I show you what the crackle looks like wet, it'll... But if I show it you... Shall I show it you what it looks like once you've dried it? Oh, here it is. Right, this is a thin coat. A very thin coat, and you can see, you leave it to dry, and I'll pick it up to show you, you can just see the crackles. That's a very thin layer. Now, one of the things you do is you either need a light background and a dark paint on the front, or a dark background and a light paint.
Could you, for instance, if you've had the pigments, the dry pigments, so could you do like a dusting over it?
Absolutely. You can do anything you want with this. Now, what I'm going to do is just put a tiny bit. I've got the phthalo blue, and I'm going to put some water with it this time, because I want it to go into the cracks. But then what you do, so you put the paint on all over, but then it's almost like I tell people to do with the pigments, with the inks or anything. Give it a minute, and then wipe it off, and you can see. It's actually gone straight in. Now, you do that a couple of times, so I can do it again. I could put it on it. And then what happens is it really sinks in. Just a little bit more water, push it through. It's really strong. Don't be mistaken. People say to me, but it's ink. No, it's not. It's not. It's just a thinner binder. So there's your crackle, and it goes right in, but if I wanted to, I could then put a white on top of that, so the crackle would just pop right back up because of the lines underneath. But what I can do now is, while that's like that, I can get my regular gloss, and I can just I'll get anything, get my knife again, and then I'll get, once it's dried, now anywhere I put my regular gloss will be...
The regular gloss is in the set of the, is it the timing set?
Yeah. And then, like I say, you get rid of that. But that will now dry, so anything I put on top of that, it won't react. So that will always stay that colour. It'll always stay the colour that's underneath, but I can darken all the rest, so I can actually get a polka dot finish. And then what you can do is, I've got these that are made, and they're not quite right, and I don't like the colours, but these have got them all on. So would you pass me the iridescent Senelia, and I'll just try it for you. So if you've got a texture like this, even when it's dry, you need a tiny bit, and you just... Let's do it here. And I'm hoping that you can see that. I tend to do it in the lid as well, but you can see it's just stunning. And with it being an iridescent one, it just goes to the colour underneath, so it just makes, like, this is an iridescent green now, but it just highlights the crackle. I'll just show you the crackle there, because you've got to remember that all these mediums need time to dry. So, and then when you do that, you just polish it.
And then it will go into the crack.
Yeah, and then you're getting rid of the residue, but wherever it's gone inside, you see that already looks better, that bit already looks better than these. And just by adding that little bit of iridescence in the corner there, you just see it now, it already softens it. But these are all the textures put on top. You can see the pumice, the soft and hard gel, and you can tell the hard gel because it's got more high peaks on it, left higher. So there is a big difference in the textures, and that Try Me kit, oh,
it's fabulous.
yeah,
isn't
it is.
So if you want to go for iridescent pigment, the details are on the left-hand side of the screen. For the crackle paste are at the bottom of the screen. Very, very popular, the crackle paste. Also, the Try Me kit is fabulous. To me, it's the kind of the thing is like sometimes you're thinking which one is going to be the medium I'm going to enjoy the most to use for. So sometimes you don't want to invest into big tub. You just want to have a Try Me pot. Now each of these pots, let me double check how much you are getting in here. You are getting 2 48 ounces or 59 mils. So you're getting enough there for a lot of different projects.
I did those 3, and I still got some left with that.
Exactly. So
Those
imagine,
3.
so imagine all those 3 big canvases. I'm going to go in here so you can see
All
the
those
size.
3, and I still got some left. So that shows you.
They are significant size, and you can see them here. I mean, it's just so beautiful. All that texture in there. You can see the tar in here. You can see the texture, the crackles as well in there. And look at the gorgeous. And you can see that's the tar, isn't it? That kind of the stringiness in there.
You can, once you know what it looks like, you can see, you can pick them out, can't you?
Yeah, you can. It's absolutely phenomenal. And the pumice, you are getting the pumice as well. You are getting the medium. That means that you can actually glue it. Use that as a gel medium to glue your elements. For instance, we have got a fabulous one-day special coming up at 8 with molds. So imagine the molding, and you want to attach them to your projects using the extra heavy gel medium matte means that you are going to get a perfect addition as well.
Yeah, you do.
Now we are back at, is it 11? 10. Oh, we are back at 10. What are we going to be showing?
Oh, gel plate with open mediums and gels.
Oh,
all these gels
fabulous.
you can use with a gel plate.
Fabulous. So you remember to check out your baskets. We might change up things a little bit, and of course the demos are going to be brand new. If you are a gel press fanatic, a gel plate or gel press, whatever name you or brand you're using, now you will want to know how to take the most out of them. And sometimes having the mediums that will elongate, prolong the life of your or the open time of the acrylic paint. That means that you need to watch at 10 o'clock. Now the Try Me set, very busy for that one, and I'm not surprised. Nearly 40% of the stock has already gone. They come also in this lovely box, which means that you cannot have them always there. Personally, it comes in as well. I love that it comes with instructions in here, so you know exactly what they are. For instance, it does tell you they add texture, modify sheen, alter the consistency, extend paints. You know, all those. If you are a mixed media budding artist, what you want to have is mixed materials that you know you can rely on, that they are artist quality, so they are going to last for years to come. You want the quality and you want to have a play. The Try Me makes it a lot of sense. You are having a £6 saving, £23.95 is the price, and of course you are getting them, so it means for 6 of them, so you are getting them for £4 as well. Thank you so much, Lou.
Loved it. Messing about as normal.
We'll be back at 10 o'clock together, so we will see a lot more technique. And remember, Lou is launching a one-day special at 6 p.m. a studio light. Exciting times ahead. Right, stay tuned here at Hochanda. After the break, I'm joining Anthony for another hour of the one-day special with amazing Prima molds. Do join us for that, and don't forget to check out your baskets for these beautiful golden mediums and paints to have fun with your art. Indeed, it is the Prima one-day special at 8, then at 9, Fabric Happy Hour. I think Yanis is doing that one. And then later at 10, Lou is back with Golden.
Hi, my name's Leona. I've been into crafting for many years now. As a little girl I'd craft for mum and dad, but then obviously it stuck with me that much that it became my career. I think for me crafting's so fun because there's always something new to learn, there's always something new to play with, and it's such a rewarding hobby as well. That's why I absolutely love it and recommend it to so many people. I'm really thrilled to be part of the Hochanda family. Really excited about seeing how it's grown, seeing how it's developed so far, and all the brand new things that I know we've got coming up. I'm really passionate about getting back into demonstrating on TV as well, and actually sharing techniques with you, products with you that I personally love. I hope you can tune into my shows here live at Hochanda.
Did you know you can watch Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week using the Hochanda app on your Amazon Fire Stick for free? Just like your smartphone accesses an app store to add new applications, your Amazon Fire Stick accesses the Amazon App Store to add new applications. By downloading the Hochanda app, you'll be able to access your favourite craft channel on your TV anytime you want to watch. Here's how to do it. Simply turn on your TV and connect your Amazon Fire Stick. If this is your first time using the device, follow the on-screen instructions to connect to the internet and log into your Amazon account. Once set up, you'll need to open the search bar. To do so, simply use your remote circular directional dial to scroll to the search icon and select it. Now simply type Hochanda into the search bar and this will take you to the Hochanda app. All you need to do now is select download, and remember, it's free. Once this is added to your Fire Stick, you can move the app for easy access. Press and hold your home button on any app and then select apps from the menu that appears. Scroll down to the Hochanda app and press the button with the 3 horizontal lines on your remote and select Move to Front. And that's it! You can now watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Jenny Mays from Hobby Art. Hobby Art's a family-run company and we've been designing and manufacturing stamps for over 28 years now.